Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video, I'm going to be talking what my 5 top tips are to support small businesses during the current sort of lockdown and restrictions and tiering system when that all starts happening again. Just because, you know, obviously the past year or so has been so difficult for everyone, but probably some of the most affected businesses out there are going to be those small independent businesses, and there's so much that we can be doing as people and as a nation to help these businesses navigate through this pandemic and survive. So I just wanted to jump on camera and give my top tips in how you can do that. This is sort of something that's quite close to my heart because my mum owns a small business herself, and obviously you know, things are difficult at the moment. So I just think it's a really important thing to raise awareness of. People just might not know what it is that they can do personally to help support these businesses. So yeah, I thought this would be a good video to film. If this sounds like the kind of thing that would interest you, please keep watching. If you like it, please give it a huge thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So my number one top tip, and probably the most obvious one, is just choosing to shop with small businesses. I'm not saying like disregard big stores or chains or something altogether. There are still plenty of people who work for big businesses that need to earn a living and also need to keep their jobs. But just be mindful to maybe have a bit more balance when you're choosing where to shop. There are, on probably everyone's local high streets, you're probably going to have some kind of fashion retailer, an independent coffee shop. You're going to have restaurants, bars, cafes. There are just endless options, you know, shops where you can go and get your candles, even places that sell makeup. So yeah, my number one top tip would be just be a bit more mindful about where you're shopping. Don't always choose to go to big chains, choose small retailers as well, because you know, a lot of them have had to close their doors and they're probably operating a lot of online businesses right now. So it's worth taking a look if they've got social media, if they've got websites, you know, give them a call to see if they're still operating, if they're doing click and collect, if they're doing home deliveries, and just like carry on supporting them in that way. There could be a local business on your high street that you think's closed, but actually they are still trying to operate even though their physical store isn't open. Something else on this topic is just how much businesses that actually have a shop, like a physical bricks and mortar store, are probably struggling at the moment because they're having to juggle paying rent and not having their shop open, not, you know, drawing attention from people walking up and down the high street. But that doesn't mean that they're not still operating a way that they can legally do it. So yeah, that would just be my number one top tip. Try and be mindful. Don't always go for big stores and chains, and yeah, try to sometimes opt for small businesses. See what's out there. I'm going to put a few links in my description bar below with some small businesses that I know where you can get various bits and pieces. But yeah, that would just definitely be my number one. My second top tip would be sharing their social media handles, sharing their websites, all that kind of stuff on your own social media pages. Obviously, not everyone has big followings, including myself, but you know, even if you've got 20 followers on your Instagram, it doesn't hurt putting a story up showing, you know, I just found this great independent clothes store, or I just got a great coffee from this independent place, and tagging them. The 20 people that follow you might all be people that live in your local area that didn't know that that business existed, and it could drive them to go there. So yeah, just share. If you know a business that you enjoy, that you like, that's offered you a good service, then just spread the news to the people that you know. And then sort of linking into tip number 2 would be tip number 3, which is about leaving positive reviews. If you've experienced a good service, got a product that you really like, got a meal that's been really enjoyable, just be mindful about leaving positive reviews. You can do this on Google Reviews, you can do this on TripAdvisor, you can do this just by commenting on posts on that page's social media. It's so important. I know for one that if I am trying out a business that I haven't used before, I will, especially with food, I will always look at the reviews and look at the comments to decide whether I'm going to go for it or not. So it is so valuable. I'm trying myself to be better at leaving positive reviews when I've had a good service. And kind of in the same respect, be really mindful before you leave negative reviews, because you have no idea how detrimental that can be to businesses. Obviously, if they've done something really bad, then like fair enough if you want to leave a negative review. I had a situation once where I went into a place, I'm not going to name what it is, and the people working there made anti-Semitic remarks towards me. And I left a negative review, and I thought I was well within my rights to do that. But if you go somewhere and, you know, delivery takes a little bit longer than you thought, or, you know, the product is slightly damaged, but they deal with it in a good way, don't leave them a negative review. Let them rectify it. Give them the benefit of the doubt one time, because you can't take those back half the time, and that could have a really, really detrimental impact to their future customers, clients and sales. These businesses are trying, we're all people, human error is bound to happen. It's inevitable.
I am inevitable.
So yeah, just be a bit kinder and just don't jump straight on giving people negative reviews. But always give positive reviews. Let's make a challenge for ourselves to every time we get a good service, even if you're just putting 4-5 stars and saying great, excellent food, good clothes, got some nice bits from there, really cute shop. It doesn't have to be like an essay of stuff. You could leave a really basic positive review, and it will just help that business so much. So my fourth top tip would be around looking out for local initiatives that show support to small businesses. So this could be anything like financial funding, like actually giving physical product. I know that loads of brands have been launching initiatives recently to help businesses. I work on a client at work who launched an initiative earlier this year to support coffee shops. And it was a call out to coffee owners. They were able to come to the brand and request financial funding if they were struggling. And that initiative, we were calling on other brands and people to donate in. So look out for things like that happening. And yeah, like donate what you can if that's accessible to you. I'll pop some on the screen and down in the description bar below once I've done a bit of research, but I've seen loads that exist. Yeah, just if you can, maybe donate to a charity that offers that kind of funding. And then my final top tip, and maybe one of the most important, is all about emotional support. So while financial support, helping to drive sales, helping to drive business and income is so important, emotional support is just as important. You need to remember that these small businesses, a lot of their livelihood is built around people and communications and their community and being around people, and that has just been ripped away from them like in literally seconds. Like, I know for one, my mum, for example, she loves her community, her shop. She's got her shop on her high street, and she's got her customers, her loyal customers that come in all the time. They don't just come in to buy some clothes and leave. They come in, they have a coffee, they have a chat, and small businesses have lost that. So if there's a small business that that you're close to, just ask them if they're okay, ask them how they're doing, if they're coping all right in the current circumstances, if there's anything that you can do to help support them emotionally, have a virtual quiz with them, a cup of tea over a Zoom chat, anything like that. But yeah, just remember to ask people if they're okay, because you could help someone, you could save someone by doing that. You could ask someone if they're okay, and they could say, do you know what, I'm really not, I feel really alone, but actually you reaching out to me has helped. So yeah, that's a really important thing. So those are my 5 top tips to help support small businesses during a lockdown. If you have any other tips that you think could help small businesses, pop them in the comments below, because anything that we can do to help and help as many businesses survive when they manage to open again as possible, then yeah, that would be fantastic. If you liked this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. If you don't subscribe to me already, please consider doing so. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.